welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah and thank you for joining me here today. So just a few updates. Once again, I have a PO box for you guys. I would love to reach out to be more connected with my subscribers, and that is down in the description box. Please feel free to send me anything you'd like. Send me a postcard and I'll send you one back here from Switzerland. If you haven't checked out my video about why I am here in Switzerland, please check it out. I am still getting tons of questions about why I am in Switzerland, so please check it out right here and you'll have all the answers to your questions. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I wanted to do this video because I just noticed this about myself. I noticed that there's things that were different about me and I wanted to talk about it. Just moving here to Switzerland has changed me in so many ways. Physically and mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything. I feel different. I really do. And here are just some of the ways I feel different. Number one, I think this is the biggest one, is I feel like at this point I am living more of a minimalist lifestyle. Not extreme minimalism, but I mean, this is one of the things that was my goal when moving from America. I sold all of my stuff in America and I had a bunch of stuff. I had a house, I had a car, I had tons of stuff in there. I had a closet full of clothes and shoes and everything, and I got rid of all of it and I came to Switzerland with a suitcase. Being here, I wanted to continue to do that, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I just don't care. I just don't need stuff anymore. I just don't care. I just don't want it. I think being here in Switzerland has helped a lot because a lot of people here live just within their means. I don't know how to explain that, but just if you're American, you know, in America, the big theme is Americans live outside of their means. They live big and large, you know, lifestyles without being financially stable. I mean, how many people in America have a luxury car but they live in an apartment, or, you know, they're still renting but they have, you know, all these nice shoes and stuff when they could just buy a house. So, and I felt pressured like that too in America to kind of, you know, live outside of my means, or pushing my means to the limit pretty much, with nice things, you know, a nice car, you know, a place to live that was way too big for me, but just because I wanted more space. But here in Switzerland, I don't feel that pressure. For example, I mean, I have a lot of parents that don't have a car, but you know, they have tons of money. They pay, you know, $2,500 a month for their child to go there, but they don't have a car, but not because they can't afford it, but just because we live in Switzerland, public transportation is fine. So tons of people use public transportation here. I mean, I feel like 90% of people living here use public transportation, regardless of what their bank account looks like. I feel like that has helped me because, I mean, I don't feel any pressure at all to get a car. Like, I don't care about ever having a car while I'm living here. So, and other things like just clothes, I don't feel the need to have a ton of clothes. Like, I'm sure you've seen this shirt in many of my other videos because I still have a very small closet. I moved here with the little things and I just purchased a few things and that's it. Also living, I live in a shared apartment, and that is common here as well in Switzerland. It's also common to live in apartments here in Switzerland, just like one-room apartments. So I'm living with 2 other roommates and I'm fine with that. I just don't feel the need anymore. So that has changed about a lot about me. I have different priorities now. Another thing that has changed about me a lot, speaking of priorities, is just my goals in life. So this has been a very big one that I just recently realized. I've always felt a pressure to settle down. And that definitely comes from society in America, because in America, people have families very, very young. I mean, whether it's a stable family or not, the majority of my friends have kids. I'd say 90% of them have kids. 90% of them have had kids since, like, we just got out of high school, they started to have kids. Or in high school, they had kids. And then they're getting engaged, getting married. I feel like in America, we have a pressure to do that early, like within your early to mid 20s. You know, if you don't have kids, if you're not married or engaged, you're always going to get asked, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to settle down? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? So stepping outside of that, here in Switzerland, it's normal for people to have kids in their early mid 30s or even later. So it's not, I don't feel that pressure anymore because now all of my peers don't have kids. Whereas in America, all of my peers have kids, are married, engaged, and everything. So now that pressure is completely off of me and I don't feel the need. That's why I don't care. I'm happy being single and I'm not looking for anything because I don't feel that pressure. In America, I feel like the majority of reasons why I was dating so much is because I wanted to settle down. Like, you know, my friends were settled down and I wanted to start a family, but I still want a family, but I don't feel pressured to start anytime soon now. One thing that's kind of negative that has changed about me since I've been here in Switzerland is that I don't feel like I'm as outgoing and as friendly as I was in America. I think some of the Swiss ways rubbed off on me because if you noticed in my other videos, I complained about, you know, people not being outgoing and friendly. Like not a lot of people walk down the street and smile at you or say hi, or you don't like have conversations with people in the line at the grocery store or just anywhere. And that was really hard for me coming from America because we're so friendly and outgoing, we're so extroverted, we can make friends anywhere. So coming here, that was hard, but now I feel like I kind of lost that part of me. Not completely, but I can see it. I can totally see it. Like I distance myself from strangers. Like I don't want to talk to strangers. Like I just don't. I'm not smiling as much. At the beginning I would still smile at people, but now I just kind of don't smile anymore at random people because I know I'm gonna get rejected. So I just don't smile anymore. Yeah, I'm just not as outgoing as I was before. Before I could talk to anybody anywhere, and now I just kind of keep quiet. So that brings me to the next thing that I have changed is that I am more quiet here in Switzerland. So for all my friends back in America, you guys know that I am loud. I've always been a very loud person, like way too loud. I used to get in trouble in school all the time for being too loud. I would get in trouble by my teachers all the time telling me to be quiet. Like I would get sent to detention for not being quiet, but that's just me. I'm just loud, whatever. Here, I have been told to be quiet too many times to the point where I don't want to talk anymore. So I'm just more quiet. I'm just not as loud as I was anymore. So, which is sad because that's a part of who I am. Back to positive ways that I have changed. I feel like I don't care about a lot of things that I cared about before, meaning like things that I shouldn't care about, like what other people think. I don't care anymore as much. And that just comes from like, I'm new here, nobody knows anything about me, you know? So I don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't, like I know people are judging me, but I just don't care. Because it's not personal. They don't know anything about me, like nothing. So I just don't care anymore. And I know in my last videos I talked about, you know, kind of experience a form of racism here. Yeah, I just don't care anymore. People ask me like, how's it going and stuff, and I'm like, honestly, I don't even know because I just don't care. I feel, you know, I still feel it, but I just don't care. I think that it just hit me very harshly at the beginning because it was so new, and now I don't care. People still stare at me all the time, and I literally just stare at them back like this. I'll just stare at them in the face until it's so uncomfortable that they look away. But yeah. But also kind of along the lines of not caring is that I have more courage and I am more of a risk taker now that I've moved here. And it doesn't actually have to do with Switzerland. It has to do with me moving here. Like, making the move here was such a risk and was so courageous that now I feel like I can do anything, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad, because sometimes I feel invincible, which is not good because it could get me in trouble. But also, I do feel so much more confident because I know, like, I'm not as insecure about things because, like, for example, I'm more of an authentic person in my everyday life because I just know that if I mess up, if something bad happens, oh well, I'll go back home, live with my parents, hopefully, and start over. But I am confident that I will be fine because I moved here by myself and I'm fine. So that is something that I love about myself because I'm somewhat fearless now, which is great. Like, I've been doing a good amount of solo travel since I've been here. I've been to Spain, Italy, Dubai, France, and Germany. Yeah, since I've been here, all alone. Yeah, alone. I feel like it has made me a better professional in the work field because before I didn't have the courage to stand up for myself as much, and now I can't stop standing up for myself and others. And I know the office is getting a little annoyed with me, but I don't care. Anytime there's something that bothers me, I walk right into that office and I tell them how I feel, and because it's just better to do that, first of all. So since I've been here, I've been told that I have a backbone a lot by people, which I don't think I was told that a lot in America because I don't think I had as big of a backbone as I do now. Also, so the last thing is my physical appearance. So today is a horrible example because I am wearing makeup, but on any other day I don't wear that much makeup just because here people don't really wear too much makeup. They don't do the whole full face thing. I feel like in America, that is a big thing. I don't know if it's just America, but I know that, yes, in America, the whole full face, like contour, highlight, you know, eyebrows, eyelashes, everything is huge in America. But here, it's not. So that's another, I feel like, yeah, I was victim to a lot of societal pressures in America, and I succumbed to those. And here, I don't have them. But that is it. Those are just the main ways that I feel like I have changed since coming to Switzerland, since this big move. I hope it was interesting to you and might inspire you to do something that you never thought you could do, because it is probably the best gift that you could give yourself in your life, because it's not just about what you did, but it's about how you're going to feel afterwards, because you're going to feel 100 times better than you felt before. You really will. Just accomplishing things that you feel like is outside of your reach and going for your goals is going to boost your self-esteem and your confidence and everything. So do it, because Switzerland has done that for me, and I hope it does that for you. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!